People think it takes a lot of effort to remember things, if it's with repetition or even memory techniques, but that's not the case. So I'm going to give you a very simple way to remember your day, okay? It's dumb simple. Now, I made a video explaining why you don't want to remember every single thing, like every conversation you had, what you wore, what you ate, all these things, because by day 30, you have like a million things to remember. So it's just dumb to begin with. So putting that aside, it's simple. Now, let's be honest. 95% of our days are just boring like no other, right? It's the same thing in and out. You get up, take a shower, work, talk to someone at work, go home, go to the gym, have dinner, watch TV, go to bed. So nothing really happens. So if you want to remember what happens in a specific day, all you have to do is this. It pretty much connects all these different concepts I've talked about together. So before you go to sleep, close your eyes and replay your day. Now, you're not going to replay like the 8 hours at work or anything because your brain's like going like super speed, but you close your eyes and just remember everything. So say if I'm doing that today, right now, I'm going to bed, close my eyes. Now, I could remember when I got up, I went to the gym, got a new table, stuff like that. I could remember those things, but I don't really care about some of those specific things I remember naturally. But I met my baby cousin, my brand new baby cousin for the first time. And so I was like, oh yeah, I saw my baby cousin for the first time. I was with my family. There was 3 baby cousins in the same place. And so I kind of see a scene of it right now. And then, probably made this video. Now that's saying it's not special or anything, but I made plenty of videos. Boom, I'm done, okay? That's what happened. So the main thing I'm going to remember from today is meeting my baby cousin for the first time, my brand new baby cousin. And so what happens here? I am actually focusing on what I want to remember, which is one of the keys to memory, right? Concentration. But what also is happening is that my brain naturally has these things that pique my interest. So me and my baby cousin, because I love my baby cousins, right here, I have a picture of 2 of my baby cousins. So so naturally it piques my interest, right? So what happens is I'm just playing off what my brain's naturally remembering, but now I am focused on it and I'm tagging it because I'm doing this review to mark the things I want to remember. And I made a video explaining how you can improve your memory and remember more stuff by just saying, hey, I want to remember X, Y, and Z, because your brain's doing some, I don't know, whatever it's doing, some magic inside your head. And since you tagged it that, hey, I want to remember this, it's going to be easier to remember later on. There were studies done about this. And so all these different concepts are coming together to remember your day. And that's all it takes. Literally, I kid you not. Because today, that's the most important thing. Met my new baby cousin. Next day, maybe nothing happened. So I don't need to remember any conversations I had, what I do, or nothing. I don't care. Tomorrow, I'm going to volunteer with some foster kids and probably, play with the little kids and stuff like that. And so I'm going to remember that day because I'm volunteering and having fun and hopefully making an impact on these kids' lives. And so that's what I'm taking away from that day probably tomorrow. And so it's stuff like that, remembering your day is not very complicated. There's not all these memory techniques or have all these palaces or have this review schedule. No, doing this very simple thing is going to allow you to remember what happens in the different days of your lives. And more importantly, the main things that actually matter. Yes, you might have a conversation about something with some random person. You might think it's important, but guess what? A week later, probably even like 2 days later, you don't even remember what the conversation was about or any of the details. So it's really not that important. But remembering me and my cousin, my brand new baby cousin, I'm always going to care about that, and I do want to remember that specific moment. So yeah, that's a very quick and simple method, I know, but I give you all this other background information, why it's going to work, and all these different concepts that are being meant just by doing that simple thing. So hopefully you enjoy this video, and I'll see you next time.